Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with a review for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, Season 2, Episode 8. So, did y'all miss me? Yeah, they was trying to get me yesterday, y'all. My car was tripping. I've been having issues with my car for like the last month, but I didn't know I was having issues. I wasn't paying that much attention to it, but like little weird electrical things had been happening. Like I couldn't roll my windows up and down. I mean, I could, but it was taking a long time. Like it would stop. My headlights would blink when I would unlock my doors, but you know, I very rarely am driving at night, so like it would be during the day. I didn't never really, you know, I noticed that they would blink, but it wasn't really much anything else. And then my radio stations, you know, you have your radio station set. All of a sudden, my radio stations would jump. It wouldn't keep the radio station. So like little things like that have been happening every now and then for like the last 2 months, and I hadn't really paid much attention to it. I was like, fuck, the car almost 10 years old. Almost got 200,000 miles on it. So I was just like, okay, well, the car is just getting old, you know, old Betsy breaking down, y'all. And so yesterday I was driving to work. I was driving like normal and I was flowing pretty good. And then all of a sudden I hit some traffic, and as soon as I hit the traffic, all the lights on my dashboard came on. The damn brake system light, the little thing to say that I was sliding, the airbag light, the battery light, the engine light, the tire pressure light, like everything came on. And then it was blinking, it was going ding, ding, ding. Everything was blinking and going on and off. Then all of a sudden my radio cut completely off. Okay, and it was raining. I was in like the almost a fast lane. So my radio cut off, and then my windshield wipers just started going and my car was like lagging. I was just like, oh my God. I was gonna stall on the damn freeway. I was like, okay, let me get over. I mean, literally, I'm like 4 lanes over from the shoulder. So I'm trying to get over. If you know anything about Atlanta, the traffic is terrible and people do not like to let you over. So I'm trying to bogart my way over. Get over, get over. I'm in the slow lane now, the far right lane, and I was halfway in between my job and my house. So there's a place by my job that I always get, you know, they work on my car all the time and I trust them. So I was just like, let me just try to make it to there. But bitch was nervous, y'all. So I was driving, everything was going ding, 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 shit was blinking. The car was like, I was just like, oh my God. So I finally, you know, I drove on the shoulder. I just knew the police was gonna stop me, but I never got stopped. And I finally got off the freeway and got over here. You know, to make a long story short, it was a few things wrong. The battery, for one, was completely dead. And because I had just got an alternator, and it was doing kind of like what alternator problems would. And I just got an alternator in June, so I was just like, I know these motherfuckers ain't putting no damn alternator in here that ain't working right, okay? Don't let Roxanne show out at this damn place. So, but they said that the alternator was fine. It was my battery. There were some ground and wire issues or whatever. Anyway, they got the shit all fixed. So, hey, we rolling good. You can't keep a good bitch down. So anyway, I got to take the car back today. They're going to change my brake rotors. Okay, trying to get the studio back to par, y'all. But so yeah, that's why I didn't have my Love and Hip Hop Hollywood video up yesterday, because you guys know, well, you don't know, but at the end of the month, I be trying to make sure I get my videos in good, because really I could have just left my car there for them to buy. I was like, bitch, I got to do a video. Shit. Okay, got to make this wet. Anyway, y'all, so I just came from a training. I'm rushing back to work. Just decided to sneak this in real fast. It's not as organized as I usually would do my videos, as I don't have my notes. You know, I have my notes, but I usually like to rewrite them out exactly what I'm gonna say. We ain't got time for all that shit today. Plus, I didn't use 5 fucking minutes to tell y'all about my damn car. So, not too much to talk about. Wasn't no Ray J, so I ain't got to damn imitate nobody today. But yeah, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, let's get to it, shall we? Child, a lot has happened with Amber and her hair and Milan and Miles since last time we spoke. I'm not talking about on the show. I'm talking about in real life. They got a whole bunch of fucking drama going on. Whether or not Milan and Miles was lying. Milan is making it seem like Miles was lying to everybody, and that he was already gay, and that Milan didn't know, the same as Amber and her hair. You know, just like all this drama. So Miles and Milan are at each other's neck. You know, everybody is kind of jumping on Amber and her hair, attacking her because... Why? Because she didn't know? I mean, if we could see that the guy was gay or something, fine. If she didn't see it, fine. What the hell y'all going off on the girl for? People just be crazy. So she getting attacked. Miles is saying, you know, that he didn't lie. People coming out saying that he was already gay and that it was already a known fact. Okay, Miles' cousin come out and say, no, motherfucker, he was never gay. Milan begs to differ. What the fuck is wrong with Milan too? He is so goddamn aggressive. I mean, he cusses out everybody. It's just like, do you know you can't cuss out the whole fucking viewership of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood? Like, stop it. Every time you turn around, he going off on somebody. Boy, you gonna learn the hard way. You're gonna be tired trying to tell everybody off. Everybody has a fucking opinion, just like an asshole. And just like an asshole, they push the shit out. Okay, so, you know, it's just, ain't nothing he can do about it. But yeah, there's been a lot of drama with them over this last week or so. I guess it still has brought out, you know, the issues of being in the closet and being afraid to come out and what have you there. But as far as Amber and her hair, you know, Amber and her hair, now she big and bad. She got her sisters there. Okay, her sister's still sitting there like, bitch, we gonna go on and sit here and be supportive, even though we still don't know why you didn't know. But you know, Amber and her hair, now she feel what. Another thing on the side note, Amber and her hair, like, what? How the fuck old is we walking around with these ponytails? Like, she seems like she's too old for all that fucking shit. Look, you look like you about to go skating or something. Like, what? She had on these little teeny tiny shorts and some socks that came all the way up here. These ponytails. I said, girl, it do be the perfect blonde though. Whoever dyes her hair does a really, really good job. Okay, that hair is a beautiful blonde. But yeah, and don't her skin look clear? It's like, I feel like I can see all her veins and shit. Like, y'all need to go on and put a little bit more foundation on baby girl. But she called Miles. She tell him, you know, she want to know the truth. Okay, and nigga, you best to tell me the truth. I'm going to go find the truth myself. Okay, and Miles tells her that, you know, he was seeing Milan, that he was having a relationship with him. Him, you know, and he's had sex with him, whatever the fuck he said. You know, the sisters is just sitting there like, oh my God. And that shit looked real, okay? Like, the sisters was like, well, I knew the nigga might have dabbled, but ain't nobody knew he was like in a full-blown relationship with somebody. Yeah, Amber and her hair say she gonna go and reach out to Milan because she feel like Miles ain't telling her the whole story. She was like, and you know it's 3 sides to every story. Let me say that again. You know it's 3 sides to every story. His, mine, and the truth. Is that what she said? Okay, wherever it was, Miles wasn't in that bitch, okay? Because a nigga lie all the time. At the very end of the show, she go on down there to the studio, and she gonna confront Miles. I guess we gonna see what happened with that, but you know. I mean, it's a wrap on it now. Like, everybody know, you know, Miles out, Milan, he mad. Okay, I'm gonna need the gays not to be going out and getting tattoos on niggas when you don't think you gonna be with them forever. Okay, now you got this big ass M with the damn crown on your shoulder or whatever, and you ain't even with them. What you gonna do? I mean, I guess you could just, you know, change it up a little bit, do some cover up, but you know, why go through all of that? Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it with Amber and her hair and Miles and Milan. Teairra Marie say she don't understand why she was all up in Ray J's and Princess Love's shit like that, because she don't even care. So I guess somebody then finally got in her damn ear and was like, bitch, quit all this foolishness. Now, you look stupid. So she say she gonna start concentrating on herself. She invite her girl Moniece down to the nail salon. And they just gonna chop it up. You know, Teairra's telling her about what happened at the, you know, up at the top of the mountain with Ray J, and, you know, basically how he ain't shit. He never was shit. He ain't never gonna be shit. And she's moving on with her life. One thing that she feels like she needs to do is get some liposuction. I said, So like I told you, Princess definitely stuck a nerve with that comment of calling her too fat and calling her a hippo and all that. Like, when I look at when I look at Teairra, I don't feel like Teairra is fat. However, when you look at all the girls on the show, they are all very small. Teairra Marie herself used to be much smaller. She could stand to lose a few pounds, but I would in no way say she was fat. However, when you're around people like that and you in a city where it's you know, your image and your look is very, very prominent and important, you start to feel self-conscious. So when she called her fat hippo and all that, yeah, that bitch felt that comment. That's why she spit at Princess. So now she's feeling like she wants to get lipo, and she says because she just don't feel like herself, she doesn't feel good. Y'all know I don't have no problem with plastic surgery. I mean, whatever you got to do to make yourself feel good is fine, as long as it don't get overdone and get to the point where it is like you are like addicted to it. Somebody is walking by. Ooh, he's very quite crackish looking. Child, what the fuck they be hiring at Target? Girl, I tell you, he look like something wrong with him. Y'all can't see him. Child, he kind of had the same hairdo as me, except it was natural, it was brushed back. That shit was all crunchy on the side. And he's an employee over here at Target. I shouldn't talk about the people like that. Everybody got their own look. Okay. Yeah, so she says that she's 25 pounds heavier than she wants to be. And honey, I can relate. I just lost 10 pounds and I have been really working hard to keep those 10 pounds off, because even though I'm 5'9", I could tell the difference. Like, the only place that seemed to want to go is my stomach and my ass. Now, I'm fine with it going to my butt and my hips, but this stomach, bitch, I don't give a fuck what you do. You can't hold that stomach in. Once it starts to get too fat, it's just, it ain't going in, you know. So it starts to, and honey, all the waist trainers in the world ain't gonna fix that shit. I got back down to like 155, 154. I was pushing 165, 166, and I was just like, no, I had the fat handles and shit, you know, nigga had, you know, the back fat, the rolls and stuff. No, okay, no. Roxanne enjoyed her food and her drink, so it's definitely been some work. And I'm still gonna get my damn tummy tuck whenever I get the money, but she says she's wants to feel better about herself. I don't really care. Whatever makes you feel good, girl, go and do it, okay? Moniece is there for her, and fine. Whatever, Teairra. Y'all, Hazel. I don't even want to laugh. But when they brought that damn camera to her house, okay, and Nikki say she don't know what she looked like, you know, she knows she had an accident in Dubai, and when they got in that fucker, I said, Mona, bitch, oh my God, you guys are really setting this girl up. I said, child, that bitch had her whole head wrapped up and the eyes was black. I said, ooh, she is fucked up. Okay, everybody on Twitter kept on saying that, you know, she went and got a nose job, and I was just like, she didn't get a nose job because her nose looks exactly the same. You know, she goes on and explains how she was in Dubai and she was on the ATV and she drove off a cliff and she, you know, hit her face on the bike. Her face was like mush. They didn't have the proper doctors there that she needed for, you know, the type of damage that she had, so she had to hurry up and get back to the States. It was 48 hours or her nose was gonna be dead. She was gonna be like Michael Jackson about to right here. I should laugh, you guys, and she was fucked up. I was just like, ooh, Mona. Okay, but she's in the bed and she was talking to Milan and Nikki and Teairra Marie, and I felt bad for her because, you know, she was just like, while I was out there, nobody really helped me. Nobody held my hand. I said, this bitch had to go all the way to another country, all the way on the other side of the world to find out that she really ain't got no goddamn friends. Like, I don't know what it is with Hazel, but I truly believe even in the real world, she ain't got no damn friends. How the fuck you don't have people, your goddamn nose falling off? Ain't nobody trying to help you. And she was fucked up. You got, I was just like, I done seen all of the pictures, the toucan Sam, you know, that other little thing with the big nose. I said, oh, you know, she's crying about how everybody in social media is so mean. Yes, they are very, very mean. But this is what you sign up for when you on reality shows, especially Love and Hip Hop. I don't think Hazel is ugly. She's not an ugly girl to me, okay? Her nose, but you know, I got problems with my nose too. So her nose is doing whatever it does. Nikki and them tell her, you know, you can't even let social media get to you. Just don't read the shit. I guess if I was a celebrity like that, I would have to try to not read that stuff either. Like Teairra said, she was like, you know, you gay, you plastic, I'm fat, you know. I was just like, well. It's a sad reality for Hazel because she is treated so bad. But I mean, even her real friends seem to treat her bad. I was like, oh, but you know, so she gets her, you know, she had her surgery, and on her revealing day when she went back to the plastic surgeon to get her bandages removed, she has Teairra Marie there with her. The doctor was just like, let me just let you know right now that this was not no you know, this ain't no plastic surgery, this ain't no beautification right here, this is strictly reconstruction. Just try to get your fucking fucked up ass nose back to what it was, because you had completely just shattered your face. That was upsetting to Hazel. And that's why I was like, she didn't fake that. Because who goes through all of that, pays all this money to get the fucking exact same nose? I mean, that damn doctor created that same ass nose. Her nose looks exactly the same. She has scars on it or whatever, but that'll heal. And she was upset about that because I think that because her nose got so fucked up that she probably is not going to be able to even really get a nose job, because maybe her cartilage, they might have had to build her some shit. And you guys, you know, if you keep fucking with your nose too much and you start to looking like Little Kim, Michael Jackson, you know, everybody that's had like their noses just be wrong from too much fiddling with it. So I think she understands that she's got to have to keep this nose that haunts her, that everybody in social media talks about it. But I was just like, oh, you know, she was crying and I was just like, oh, this is just sad. They say she leaving the show. I'm wondering if she really is gonna leave, because it don't seem like nobody is really there for Hazel. Don't you agree? Alright, you guys, Brandi, team Too Much, and her husband Max the Mouth. They done got called down by the big boss Nick, okay, to the studios. Cause Nick is like, look, Nick Cannon, by the way. I said, all right, Mona. Honey, Mona is cashing in them chips this season, right? They got some bona fide celebrities on there this year. Yeah, Nick bring himself on in there with his almost too young outfit on. I said, I just wish he would just go up the next size. That should just be right at exact. Maybe that's the look it's supposed to be. I just feel like he always could just go up the next size too. But anyway, they sitting down in the studio and Nick was like, look, I can't with Brandi no more. Okay, the bitch done wasted a whole lot of my money with her fucking mouth and her foolishness. Brandi said that she might have once or 10 times cursed out producers because, you know, she's not trying to be difficult. She just wants her shit to be perfect. And she says that she's part of this this wonderful duo called Queens. I said, okay. Old girl that she doing the rap group with, she look like Nia. Okay, all these motherfuckers look alike. I said, you sure that ain't the same girl? He says, I can't do nothing else with Brandi. She is uncontrollable. The only one that can kind of control you is Max. So Max, I want you to work with her in the studio. Okay, be her producer. Okay, you come out with the hot fire like Dylan. Y'all watch that goddamn Dave Chappelle yesterday when it was making of the bands, because somebody did a comment in my Instagrams about it. And when he said it's 5 of the best rappers in the whole world, he said, think about it, Dylan, and Dylan. You guys are so fucking distracted. Okay, but I tell you, that Dave Chappelle, that shit used to be so fucking funny. Oh, I missed that show so much. Anyway, what was I talking about, y'all? Brandi. So Max said, okay, well, you already know how I roll, Brandi, so let's not with the foolishness, okay? Of course, they get in the studio. Like I said, they got old girl. What was her name? Melly? I think her name was Melly. Yeah, Millie. Okay. Oh, like a Millie. A Millie on the mic. She throwing out, you know what, I got a problem with these fucking female rappers nowadays. Everybody want to be Nicki Minaj and throw out, out these unrelated metaphors, but, you know, somehow make the shit work. Everybody can't do it. Okay, so don't be throwing out no bullshit. Ain't nobody got time to be trying to figure out the fuck you say. Y'all saw that Instagram post where Snoop Dogg is watching the whole thing and he look at the camera like, I mean, you know, they look like they might have a flow. I did watch their little video. Somebody sent me their video on YouTube, and I did watch a little video, and I was just like, oh, okay, I mean, you know, they just as good as any other of these fucked up ass rappers around nowadays. I don't see why it can't happen for them either. Millie doing her shit. Max the Mouth is feeling it. Brandi get up there and say something, and she all over like, that's some bullshit, Brandi. Don't nobody want to listen to that shit. Okay, she's like, you don't even, encourage me. You're not telling me like, oh, that's hot. That's turning me on. Everything is just, you need to do better. You need to do better. He's just like, look, I already told you how this was going to be. You do need to do better. While he's talking to her, her phone rings. Okay, she's trying to answer his phone. He's like, you see what I'm saying? You won't even concentrate with me. You too busy trying to answer the phone. She's like, I'm just trying to make sure that the baby ain't at the house, on the damn carpet finding wedding rings and shit. He's trying to talk some sense into her, and the phone keeps ringing. She keeps on wanting to answer it, and he's like, that's exactly what I'm saying. So I don't know what's gonna happen with Brandi and Max the Mouth, if anything does come with Queens, Millie. Okay, what was Brandi's rap name? Does she have one, you guys? Nia is the most confused and low self-esteem pretty girl around. Comes from money, definitely has been in the entertainment industry, at least as an observer. I mean, as you know, as a third party participant, you know, her dad being Teddy Riley and all. Anyway, she's having this damn mamas and mimosas party. Teddy brings his old milk dud, you know, dipped in caramel head ass up in there, and you know, he want to talk some sense to his baby. Nia is kind of throwing it in his face that, you know what, daddy, you come from some mess yourself. Okay, you was on the road, you was treating mommy bad. Okay, you was fucking everybody that came through. Now you trying to sit up here and tell me about myself. She didn't say that, but every time she would say, well, you know better than anybody, when he told her that she deserves better, because she does. I don't give a fuck what your daddy did. But see, the problem here is, and you guys, I'm gonna pontificate if I can, it's hard to preach to your child as a parent when you've been out there hoeing your goddamn self. Okay, kids, remember, that's where the whole thing comes in, where you know you need to set forth a good example for your child. Okay, because talk is always cheap. We got to walk the walk, right? Okay, so yeah, I mean, you know, Teddy done did his shit. His daughter is remembering all the shit that he's done. Okay, whether or not she's using it as an excuse or not, it's, you can't tell me somewhere in her observation of her daddy and the way he treated her mama, that in her fucked up ass, crazy, stupid, dumb mind, I'm not calling her crazy, dumb, stupid, I'm calling the mind, the thinking process that she's going through, that it hasn't affected her and made her make these choices to stay with Soldier Boy. Because Soldier Boy he is fucking whack. He treats her bad. So this is where I'm saying, parents, you want your kids to be stupid like Nia, then you keep up with the bullshit, okay? They watching. It's a sad reality, honey, but Nia tells Teddy that, you know, they are working on it for him to respect her decisions. I said, and what could Teddy do? Like I said, he been on that bullshit for quite some time. So he said, okay, baby, you going to, okay, a hard head make a soft ass. She goes back and talks to Soldier Boy, and it's a whole new thing. You know, she's all lovey-dovey. She say that they done had time apart, and now he's ready to talk. Ain't this some shit? This motherfucker that done cussed her out at the restaurant. Fuck you, bitch. I could fuck her. I could do whatever. And you know, it's just everybody want me. This ugly nigga here, he ready to talk. Okay, she sit down with him and she says that we need to get on the same page. I mean, seems to me everybody is on the same page. You guys both stuck on stupid. Well, Soldier Boy's not. He's reaping the benefits, being able to fuck everybody, do whatever. I mean, he said that he can't promise that he'll make any changes because this is who he is. When a motherfucker tell you who they are, then to believe it. Okay, ain't that what Maya said? Shit. Fuck you fucking around with this boy and he gonna be putting you through it. You talking about some 9 damn years. You got this little baby that's looking up to you and you out here with this nigga with everybody. He with the Westbrook girl. He with the Diamond girl. You know. And they all beautiful women. All of the women that he's fucking around with are beautiful. It's just like, why are you guys wasting your time with this? It's just unreal. She says, you know, they 5-month plan, you know, she's hoping that she gonna be in a child. I guess that's as much as she can expect. Okay, so it's interesting. Fizz is now the Fizz that we remember from last season. The Fizz who's the daddy, the stressed out, tired daddy. Okay, the good daddy. But the daddy who's fucking working to death and needs some damn support. He has Cameron with his baby mama Moniece. He say she flaky. She hasn't been picking the kid up on the weekends. That's all she has to do. That's all she's responsible for, is to pick the baby up on Friday and drop the nigga off on Sunday. She can't even do that. We all have our assumptions. It's because she's so busy running behind, you know, daddy, rich fucking dollars, that they not even together today, you guys. All that she was going through and they not even fucking together. She done sacrificed the baby for this no good nigga. Y'all, I'm telling you. So, Fizz is tired. He goes and sit down and talk to Omarion, who's been gone the whole fucking season. Like, you guys still have top billing him in April. They ain't got no story on the show. I remember seeing them on clips, like for the trailer. I ain't seen none of them damn scenes yet. Remember they supposed to get into an argument while he driving somewhere? I was just like, yeah, what is going on? I guess he been on tour, but Mona decided to keep him on the show, I guess for the name. He is one of the biggest names on the show. Omarion's like, I appreciate and admire the fact that, you know, you handling your responsibilities and, you know, maybe you can talk to her mom and maybe she can help you out and maybe get through to Moniece that, you know, she needs to pick up the slack. Now, the mama say, look, I was tripping when I met with Richie Dollars last time, okay? I admit that I have overstepped my boundaries. I probably didn't approach nigga in the right way, but you got to understand that this is my damn daughter. She ain't got no fucking sense. So all the niggas that she's with, I got to, I really got to just put them on through it. But she knows that she needs to sit down and talk to him like, grown up to grown up, and just make sure that, he understands what exactly is happening here. She sits down, she says, I'm sorry. I just want to make sure that you understand Moniece is temperamental. How can I help you? Richie Dollars says, you can help me by you guys getting along, working on your relationship. Okay, Moniece tells me all these things that you guys have been through. The mom was like, well, hold on. What did she tell you? Because this is how it really went down. Okay, she had the baby. Her and Fizz was arguing. She was so out of control and upset. The police was called, and when they came, she was just never able to calm down, that they arrested her ass. Okay, and that's how she lost custody of her own child. She ain't been through no steps to really kind of rectify this situation. Richie Dollars was like, that ain't really how it was told to me. I was just like, I bet you it ain't how it was told to you, because Moniece is a professional fucking victim, and she is going to explain it to you so that the mom looks really bad. Listen, I'm not saying that the mama is a perfect mother. No. The mother could be totally different. However, you guys, we are watching this from just meeting this woman a couple of episodes ago. Let me tell you something. When you done been through some shit with your fucking family and it's been going on for years, how old is that kid? He's at least 6, 7, somewhere in there. Yeah, you'll be about fed up with that motherfucker by the time you get to this point. If it's a damn duck, we can love the duck to death. But if it walk like a fucking duck and talk and quack like a duck, and goddamn it, it's a duck. And I can't wrap that up no better for you. What my daughter has done to me, if I'm Moniece's mom, I've had enough. Ain't no sugarcoating no more, bitch. It is no more fucking sugar in this little bowl. So the mama, yeah, she's very abrupt. She's very harsh. Yet I don't believe that she doesn't love her daughter. But she knows her daughter. She tells Rich, what Moniece feels. I'm not saying that she doesn't feel a certain way. She's entitled to her feelings. However, the facts and the feelings don't always equate. So the mom is trying to tell him that. But it's hard for people to hear that. It's hard for people to hear things like that from the mother to the potential husband. And, maybe she didn't need to have that conversation with Rich, because it did kind of seem like she was trying to warn him off like, honey, my daughter is a fucking fool. I'm just letting you know right now. Okay, so maybe it does seem like she's kind of backstabbing her daughter in that moment, but I can understand the reason why. So after she talks to Richie, like I said, Fizz wants to talk to the mama. I told you guys that Fizz is stressed. He's tired. He's been like this since the last season. And he's probably been like this the entire time that he's had to take full responsibility for this kid that's like 6 or 7 years old. He's expressing to her like, Moniece is not doing what she needs to do. She's not getting him on the weekends. I just need you to pick up where Moniece has not done her job. And the mom was like, okay, now wait a minute. I want you to listen to me and hear me well. I didn't have a baby. Moniece had the baby. That is not my responsibility. I already had my child. I had my child at 19 and I raised my child. I might not have done the best job of the shit, but I already did what I needed to do. I am not going to be fully responsible for Moniece's things that she needs to do. And he was upset. He was just like, I don't understand why you can't help where Moniece needs the help. I was just like, what is going on here? See, Fizz is so tired, okay, that he has started to sip on Moniece's Kool-Aid. He done took out the equation of why she ain't been there for the damn baby. All he knows is that she's not there. Maybe she needs help. The bitch don't need no fucking help. So the mama is right. I love my grandbaby. I pick him up on the weekend every now and then. He can come spend the weekend with me. We can go do this and go do that. But no way can anybody sit there and tell me that I am supposed to do what Moniece is supposed to do. So the mama's just like, what you need to do is go to court, get full custody of him, and then put her on child support so she got to pay you. You need to make this shit not be verbal. You see, Fizz's whole thinking is, and you guys, I'm about to put on my whole psychology cap. Fizz's whole thing is, I didn't have my parents, my dad around, and I'm not trying to take my child from Moniece. That's never anything that I would want to do to her. I just want her to do what she's supposed to do. Well, the whole thing is you can't make somebody do anything. You either gonna accept, if you're not gonna put no legal paperwork on this bitch, okay, and I hate to say that, but that's what it is. If you're not gonna put the legal paperwork on this bitch, then don't fucking complain. You take 100% of the responsibility and let her waltz in and out. The child is gonna pay in the end because there's no structure. If a child is always kind of expecting their damn mama to come pick them up, and then here's Friday, the little nigga is at the window looking out. It's 7 o'clock, it's 8 o'clock, it's 9 o'clock. You single parents out there that got some old fucked up, you know, baby mamas and baby daddies, y'all know he been standing at that fucking window. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. He'll be like, man, daddy ain't coming. You know, it's like too much. If the boy don't never expect her to be around, then you just move on with your life. But you can't think that this mama is gonna be responsible. You know, he's all, I think that you should help her. You know, I felt for him, but I was just like, Fizz, you got it twisted, bruh. You cannot try to guilt this lady into being there for Moniece when Moniece is not even doing her part. I definitely feel like this woman would help if Moniece did what she needed to do. Even if Moniece needed the help then. Okay, but if Moniece is putting forth the effort, because that's all that we as parents want our children to do. Okay, if my child is having a hard time in a class and I know that they are working hard in this class and they still can't get these grades the way that they want them to be, the way that we expect them to be, then it's okay. But if I bring, you know, if you bring your ass home from school and you in the room and you on the computer and you on the, you know, phone and you texting and you watching TV and then you get a fucking C or a D, well then I ain't got no words for your ass because you're not even trying. And all I require is for somebody to try to do something. Put the effort in. Okay, and then I will help. But I'm not helping the motherfucker that's over here running behind Richie Dollars and in the studio and, you know, doing hot dicks and whatever the fuck else she doing. Everything but trying to be there for this child. And the child don't require nothing but your time. They don't care if you got money. They do like if you got money. Okay, but at the very end of the day, they want to be with their parents. So I feel bad for Fizz, but Fizz is going to have to get out of that way of thinking. Okay, I was so frustrated when he goes, you know, he's like, I know what I need to do. Okay, well then do what you need to do, but don't be trying to hold the baby back from the mama. But then he goes to talk to Moniece, and you know, Moniece is like, I just feel like it's really terrible that you're going to talk to my mom behind my back. Nobody ever cares about me. He been asking her where she been for the last 3 weekends. Okay, the bitch ain't never answered that. Never. Okay, instead of that, she jumps on to like, you guys are always coming here. You know, you always jumping on me. You always making me feel bad. You always, where the fuck you been for the last 3 months? That's all we want to know. We don't need all this other discussion. When she starts crying, you never care about me. I said, bitch, you gonna stop all this fucking snot slinging around here. Because it's not about him caring. He's trying to explain to her, I've always cared. Okay, I'm even seeing now that your mom doesn't have your best interest. But I was just like, yeah, see, but you don't. Oh, it's so fucked up there. He not understanding this situation clearly. Moniece is a fucking professional victim. Okay, she is gonna continue to push that. Okay, they need to, like the mama said, y'all, I would have said exactly what the mom said. People tell me all the time that I'm not the most sensitive, and I am really. But I think my approach or the way that I say things sometimes is just, that's what it is. That child ain't my responsibility. I'm sorry. You go on and do what you need to do for you and your baby. My daughter's fucked up, okay? And I can say that. She my daughter. And maybe it's my fault, okay? Fine. So, that Moniece and Fizz and Mama and Richie Dollars, they had them wore me out this week. You guys make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Rox, the channel is Sports Rox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right, so I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.